Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and assalamu alaikum. I wanted to welcome everybody. I wanted to discuss a few things. I talked about few tools before. We built some application, we built some music, and I wanted to give you some background. What are we doing with few different things. I'm sharing my screen right now with you. So before we get to build something, we need to mature our ideas. For that, a lot of you are very familiar with using ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Grok, or essentially Anthropic, which is Claude. So I wanted to show you each one of those things and some tips on that. So again, for ideation, for research, for coming up with a proper requirement, all of these are really fantastic. So leading ones are, of course, ChatGPT is the biggest one from OpenAI. OpenAI is the name of the company. There's a bunch of different models you have for most of the tasks. The latest version right now is 4.1. So you get to do a lot of different things that you like to. But 4.0 is very easy to do, significantly less cost, and if you're paying for $20, it's essentially unlimited usage you can get. 0.3, 0.4 mini, 0.4 mini high, these are various reasoning and deep thinking type of models. So if you want to use those kind of stuff, you can use other models. So this is a very important element. You want to use this is called large language model, one of the large language models or generative AI large language models that would give you the idea. You do the research, come up with the requirements, what you intend to build or how you want to disrupt and do an innovation. Similarly, almost similar, they always fight with each other. Today ChatGPT is better, tomorrow maybe DeepSeek is better. DeepSeek is always deep thinking model, and you can do quite a bit of search on that one. And Google Gemini has few models. If you see something says preview, it's unlimited usage you can get. If you see pro, you have to upgrade. And again, I'm already paying $20, but it is a bigger upgrade that we need to do. And then you can use the standard, which is similar to GPT 4.0. It's a 2.5 Flash is for Gemini. Similarly, Grok is the one that comes from Twitter or X, and you can start building with Grok as well. Similarly, Grok 3 is one of the best ones that this is the first one that gave you 1 million tokens. I think then afterward everybody followed suit. And also, of course, Amazon is not behind. Amazon is betting on Anthropic. Anthropic is behind Claude.ai, and Claude is the one that allows you to build. Basically, this was the more matured coding platform that you can get a lot of requirements. And this is the one actually came up with the canvas. Canvas means when you're typing something on the left hand side and there is a document almost gets built and you can modify within that document. In the ChatGPT, when you ask something, you get a response. You're not modifying inside the response. You can ask for it to modify it. But in the canvas area, you can actually do the modification within the canvas. Similarly, you can do that in ChatGPT. Everywhere you can have a canvas nowadays. So that's not the big difference. Again, summarizing it, for ideation, you want to use a general purpose generative AI with large language models with a particular model that you want to choose in Claude. For example, you have for Opus, you have other older models, but again, you want to stay within 4 because that's the most effective ones anyway. So always try to use the best ones. Always try to use the most latest ones, and that gives you the most possible and best possible outcome. Okay, now what are the things that you need to consider whenever you are doing these things? There are two things that you want to do. You want to figure out what's your question that you're asking. This is called input token. Okay, I want to build a modern SaaS app for, let's say, what do you want to do? The project management. Give me best possible features and functions. Again, simply speaking, I'm just typing this thing. I'm gonna type the same thing in all of those In Grok, I will do the same, and in Gemini, I will do the same. I'll use the most easily. Again, give me one more second. Sorry for that. Try now. Sorry again, it's just keep asking me for the price. I'll get to that in a moment, and let me ask ChatGPT, and I'm gonna ask DeepSeek. So typically I ask multiple of them. You don't have to ask everybody and ask everybody to come up with giving you some ideas. See, this is called thinking. It's thinking itself, like what are the key pillars of these things. Okay, the most modern project, I didn't give anything. It's because this is the hallucination part of it. You leave it up to their imagination. You don't want them to go beyond significantly, but it is, you're leaving up to their imagination. This is fantastic. Really, it's actually thinking. It's not writing anything yet, it's still thinking. Okay, so in the ChatGPT, it's a single shot, meaning that I asked the question, it gave me the answers. Core project, these are the things: task hierarchy, epics, tasks and subtasks, view, collaboration tool, user management, project planning, some AI stuff, some reporting, some integration, security, and some modern features. Okay, not bad. Again, Grok, Google, it didn't work out for me. Something's going on. I'll figure it out in a moment. But in the Grok side, I will actually do the same thing. I'll ask the question, and Grok will give me an answer as well. You can see what it is. I can do some deep search. Deep search is give me research-oriented components. But as you can see, this is really good for me to come up with all the requirements, what I want to build, how do I want to build it. It's actually coding it as well here, and it's going to show a preview right on that side. When I do that in Claude, this would also give me an ability. I don't know why Claude's not working at this moment, because Claude is very heavily used. A lot of time I see this issue, but again, because it's in queue or something in that range, I'm just gonna do it again, making sure. Actually, it gave it to me. Unfortunately, it didn't populate in my screen, but you can see all these core management features and functions. So why is this good? How do you use it? When you are coming up with an idea, start chatting with one of those Gen AI LLMs, come back, mature your idea, take it, and then you need to build somewhere. You can build it here, absolutely, but there are good coding wrappers, like Cursor is one of the big ones. You can download it. I have it downloaded already in my Mac. You can download it for your machine, and then you can run it. Similarly, if you're familiar with any of the IDE, integrated development environment, you can do that. Sorry for that. Let me just take it away. So again, this is a AI code editor, meaning that this generates code and provides you all those things. Tray is another one. It's completely free. You can download the Tray IDE. This is from ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok. Lovable is the one that I really like nowadays, because it provides me with tremendous amount of flexibility. It remembers a lot of things. Backend, it uses Claude anyway, so that you know. Tray, I'm going to show you Tray very quickly. Tray also gives you a bunch of different options. If you come to Tray, you will see that you get to choose which option, that which in the backend Gen AI LLM that you want to pick and choose. And fantastic job they do. I can start building app here and use any of these models. So remember, the foundation models are really good for anybody to build a wrapper for a general purpose. So whenever I type something, it would actually modify that prompt, give a proper prompt to build an application. Bold.new is the similar thing. So you can just type the stuff, and if you sign up for it, you get some free credit. And if you go to the pricing, it will tell you this is for free, and you get 1 million token per month, 150,000 daily limit, and the other ones gives you 10 million, and you can increase that as well. So Bold gives you the similar thing. You can start building it. And V0, this is from Vercel. You can do the Vercel ship, because you can build the front end and the back end and all of them together. So Lovable uses Supabase basically when you build it, and the V0 builds this. So one of the key things, let me focus on Lovable very quickly. So let's say I have an application that I have built, most modern app for banking, modernized banking. One thing is, you see that I get 5 daily credits free. I am paying for 200, so I get 5 daily credits, which is very, very important that I use first. Every time I type something, that's 1 credit. So I should not be doing the prompt and modifying the prompt here, because this eats up all the credits. I should be doing all the prompts in ChatGPT or DeepSeek or Gemini or Claude or Grok, any of those. Bring it here so that I have done that, and then ask them to create a Lovable prompt, like here, create a Lovable.dev prompt to build this app. Okay, so, and I can ask in all other tools as well, build a, and I can go ask Gemini or everybody here to build this app. Anyway, here it started to build this tool in Grok. It started, I'm sure it's gonna do the same thing in Claude as well. But I'm asking them, okay, why don't you build a Project Flow Pro, Modern SaaS Project Management. This is the Lovable prompt that it is giving me. So I can just copy once it's finished. Once, let's say this is finished, this, I can just copy this, and I go to my Lovable, and essentially, if I go back to my dashboard, I ask this, and boom, I start building it. So now what happened is that I just provided I used 1 credit here. Token versus credit, 1 credit here. Token is every 4 character. Well, we're going to talk about tokens a lot, but here I'm using 1 credit to build. This is extremely important because of the fact it created a comprehensive tool for me for Lovable, so I can provide 1. Not that it's going to build the whole thing, but this is the best way I can see how my application will look like. So with that, I want to finish it up. Again, summarizing, you want to use the GenAI LLMs to build your idea, solidify your idea. Once that idea is solidified, and then you can ask that particular GenAI, hey, build me a prompt for a cursor or tray or for Lovable or Bolt or V0, and that would give you actual what it is needed for that particular code generation application. You type it out, and then boom, it is going to start building it. This is how you make it efficient building, taking your ideas and make it cost effective as well, and less effort. It becomes really disruptive, really good, really innovative. So with that, happy building, and thank you very much from BrightMind AI. I wanted to encourage everybody to use AI because AI is here, it's real, and it can do a lot of good things. Let's focus on the good things, make sure that we put a guardrail so that it doesn't go beyond ethical boundaries and it doesn't do anything wrong or do hallucination and such beyond what we have asked for. Okay, thanks. With that, I'm going to finish up today, and I'll see you in the next one.